Are you stuck? Is that why you're not doing anything? Hey, how's it going everybody? My name is Darlene and today we are continuing forth with Vampyr. Let's see what's in store for us today. Let's do this!
We meet again, Mr. Kimura, in a more peaceful situation.
Dr. Reid, still visiting London by night?
We must both be nocturnal animals, you and I.
I was a landlord, a wealthy one, and not a very kind one.
Being honest.
I was focused so much on making money, I almost forgot that my relatives and friends are threatened by this epidemic.
Have you heard anything from your family?
I was not only a bad landlord, I was also a bad husband.
Well, you suck at everything.
I've not seen my wife and son for years. Busy, busy, busy.
That's
At
your
least
fault.
now you're ready to go back and see them. But don't be surprised if your son bears a grudge, sir.
You make it sound like you suffered from an absent father yourself, Dr. Reid. Over the years, I'm afraid my greed turned me into my friend's adversary, while I became friends with my professional rivals.
Time to put you to rest. I have no family or friends that care about you, so I'll just put you out of your misery. All these windows and doors around, I wouldn't think that this is a safe area to do that.
Will they remember me?
No.
Is anyone there?
Jonathan, I'm so sorry for your loss. Mary was such
Are
a
you gonna let me in?
Of course you may enter, Jonathan.
How is the old rascal?
Probably outside, chasing ghosts and chimeras.
I think I killed him.
Understand your irritation, Venus. But you have to accept the trauma Clarence endured on the battlefield.
And the fact that he's dead now.
Is my husband mad? Yes or no?
He's
Do
not
vampires
mad.
exist? Or
He's
is
dead.
Clarence a lunatic? If poor Mary, bless her soul, had tried to convince you of the existence of bloody vampires, would you have believed her?
I am a
Seriously?
vampire, so I would believe her. You're real. You're standing in front of one.
Why do you and your husband argue so much?
Why
He is not
did
the kind
you?
man I married and loved. He is obsessed now. Obsessed with chimeras. I feel trapped. It just makes me want to scream.
I'll give you a reason to scream.
Please accept my condolences
I got
for
it.
your mother.
I'm over
and
it.
your sister. Such a tragedy.
It was so sudden, and I've been so busy, I haven't spoken to anyone about it.
I wish I could have assisted.
Yeah,
at the
busy sucking the
funeral.
life of everybody.
You have no idea what it was like to wait for months without knowing if I'd still be a wife or a widow.
I
You're a
understand.
widow now.
Luckily, this part of town has been saved from the worst of the bombings.
Except for me.
Yes.
I think done with you. Time to leave. I bid you farewell. No one's really listening to you. Nobody's around. I keep killing them.
I cannot enter.
Well, if I could fly, I can go over this stupid gate. That's locked. So tired of these locked gates. Oh, and another locked door. Cute.
It's locked, all right.
Not cool. Why can't I open these doors?
The equality between men and women.
Give it a break. Go home. This is a boss fight. Oh, two of them. Is Roger McPherson, is that her husband? Stay the fuck still. Die, mofo.
So the husband had an affair with Doris Fletcher.
Wow, I'm on a wild goose chase.
Doris Fletcher seems to be the missing link here. It can't just be a coincidence.
Because it's like World of Warcraft, where you're sent to every spot on the map. Hope this gate is not locked. Of course it's locked.
There's an open window on the second floor. I should be able to get in through that.
What window are you referring to? It's locked.
I cannot enter.
Okay, what kind of stupid shit is this? Is she gonna be another boss fight? This is a shithole of a theater.
Who are you who dared enter my realm? Are you here to worship or
Oh my goodness, it is a boss fight.
I'm here to put an end to the vampire epidemic, Miss Fletcher.
But Doris Fletcher is no more. She was consumed by this putrid flesh that now enshrouds her.
You feel anger for what happened to you, but I can help. I'm a doctor.
A vampire doctor.
Doris Fletcher is no more.
Does she have a
And
big
the
ugly arm
queen
like
she'll
Harriet?
be. Until then, all shall die. For that was her final wish. Rise and save your queen, my slaves. Touché, sir.
Dance with me, my queen.
Behold, Kinslayer, the disgrace of she whose beauty was once renowned.
Oh my god, what
Will
the
she be
hell is
queen
wrong with
again
her
once they
arm?
must share her fate?
Hey, you remind me of that mom on The Incredibles. What's her name?
My children, my beloved.
I'll just be quiet.
Your
Oh, disgusting motherfucker.
wait, I beg you, wait.
What?
I don't want to die.
You're gonna die.
Will you spare me then? Save this cadaverous carcass of mine.
Save it? I don't want to say
Does
that
your
nasty
heart
thing.
Beat a little faster now. You fancy me then, Doctor?
Ew.
No.
Gross.
Miss Fletcher. My dead heart will beat for only one.
Ah! Is she pretty? Is she sweet and tender?
To me,
He doesn't look
yes.
like you.
Ah! I hate her already.
I know. And this is partly why you must be destroyed.
But you just said.
That I did not come here to kill you, yes. But I realize now the threat you embody must be stopped.
Will I be remembered? Will you?
How can I forget you?
You
You and your
were
big massive arm.
Doris Fletcher. The greatest actress of her generation. No one can take that from you.
Thank you. And farewell.
A dramatic exit, fit for an actress.
Farewell, Doris.
See ya. Can someone at least clean up the mess in here? Really disgusting.
Please tell us the good news.
You apparently know already.
Doris Fletcher was the source of the contagion in this part of town.
And you cleansed her before the hunters, I've been told.
I did my best.
We won a major battle for the survival of London.
I did all the
For
work.
that, we salute you. I have another task, one of the utmost importance, perhaps even more so than the previous. I want you to make Aloysius Dawson the Ekon he deserves to be.
As you wish, my lord.
How do I do that?
Give me your blood!
Oh. Totally a different person that I wasn't even expecting. I don't even know this guy. Or Ascalon? We're in the same club. We should be buddies. Are you stuck? Is that why you're not doing anything?
For Ascalon!
I just went in circles. Awesome.
I'm Louise Teasdale. I was kidnapped a few weeks ago by a vampire. Don't laugh, please, sir. It's no joke.
You're talking to a vampire.
You're safe now. You don't have to worry about the vampire.
You're safe now. I promise. No more worries.
May I ask you what you're doing here this late
I'm a
hour?
vampire. I
Conducting
roam around
an
at night.
investigation about the epidemic in this part of town. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reid.
I'm Detective Inspector Charles Albright from Scotland Yard.
I have no official appointment other than my desire to save lives.
Then we have the same objective, sir. Have you noticed anything strange, which requires police attention?
No. Nothing in particular.
No, I've noticed nothing.
But keep your eyes open, though.
Perhaps I could help you.
I'm convinced there is a homicidal maniac on the loose, using the epidemic to disguise his kills.
Yeah, I might be one of them.
Colleagues of mine die almost every day. If my theory is correct, maybe we're facing a group of individuals sharing the same violent tendencies.
Like
Perhaps a
vampires?
sadist cult.
Dolls?
I have a missing woman, possibly abducted a few nights ago. Louise Teasdale.
Oh,
It
well,
seems you
I seen
already
her.
found my other missing person, Mr. Tadao Kimura. She's a waitress. Her father
She
reported her
was a
missing.
waitress.
We don't have enough men to search for her, sadly.
I found her
No.
in the sewers.
But I feel she's been abducted.
And I
She
killed
went to
her.
a pub a few nights ago and vanished. I thought about the sewers, but I'm not equipped for such an investigation.
Do you need my help?
Would you be kind enough to tell me what the time is?
That's all you need to know.
Well, is it not important to know? As important as where you are or who you are? I am Agamemnon Baker. Like my brother, I
Agamemnon?
think we need to leave this city immediately. And my brother and I rarely agree. The important thing is that I really hope I'll die before him. Grief would just kill me.
Don't mind us. We're just gonna have a chit chat somewhere in private.
Have we met before?
I think I would remember.
My name is Pericles Baker.
You guys looked like twins. I'll treat you both the same. I think someone's supposed to be here. I really don't want to get lost in the sewers again.
I had to pass several of your barricades and outposts to access your
And I
mansions.
got lost many times.
I see you've gathered some of the most expensive, albeit experimental, blood transfusion equipment available.
Thought you might find some of these devices useful.
Most thoughtful. But tonight I'm not here as a physician.
But I feel reassured that a specialist such as yourself would help me to escape the Reaper.
Before I proceed, I have a few questions for you.
How much are you gonna pay me?
If you must. I have planned for this moment, Dr. Reid.
How so?
What would you do with such a gift?
I will do as I please. I will finance the most efficient quarantine ever seen. I will build a wall that will separate the sick boroughs from the healthy ones.
It's time to proceed.
At last, do what you have to do. If it hurts, so be it. I've been preparing such a long time for this.
You don't deserve immortality, Mr. Dawson. I don't believe I've ever...
I don't know if I just made a mistake right now.
Empathy. You, sir, are despicable.
Wait! You can't! I made a deal with Lord Redgrave. I'll finance whatever he wants. Please, just ask him.
Sleep now. Rest now. Forever.
I would have lived forever. Who gave you the authority?
Me, myself, and I.
Is Aloysius Dawson reborn?
Aloysius Dawson was not brought back to life after his death.
What happened?
He didn't survive the procedure. He was too weak.
You were given the simplest task. From now on, you're an outcast. You are forbidden
Forever?
to ever appear in front of us again. Ascalon will smite you on sight, and your heart will be thrown to the rats.
Can I
I'll
kill
leave
you?
you then. Have fun with your puppets and shadow plays, Lord Redgrave.
Go, traitor, and take that awful creature, that counterfeit of a woman I saw waiting for you, and be gone!
I don't think it would have mattered either way if I chose that he did not deserve immortality or that he was too weak. I think it would have brought me to the same conclusion. What's old Bridget doing here?
Your friend, the wise Ekon, she sent me to warn you.
Lady Ashbury.
The lady asked us to keep an eye on your mortal doctor friend while you were away. We spotted the hunters. They were discussing plans to attack tonight.
I must go there right away.
Have you a message for the lady?
Tell her I love her.
Go now and take care, young Ekon.
That would be a good time to get a taxi. Am I gonna fight Dr. Swansea? This is a boss fight, isn't it?
Ultraviolet curtains and orichalcum powder. Dr. Swansea's always been a resourceful bastard. I bet he never told you he had this installed in case of a vampire attack.
What have you done with Edgar?
Don't worry. We don't kill humans. You aim to unleash another disaster just like William Marshall did.
No, I'm trying to put an end to it. Just like you are.
You're the progeny, aren't you? Doris Fletcher was your first experiment. Now where is Marshall? Speak! This is a drop of King Arthur's blood. The blood of a true defender of Britain. Stronger than your evil powers. True enough.
I've been wanting to kill you.
Your coward of a
Let's
father.
do this.
Show some style. Fight like a man. Come on, Reid. The blood of a true defender of this land will protect us. Right. Your poisonous bite is useless on me. I know. It hurts, doesn't it? Freeman prevail! Freeman shall prevail.
You can't accept the fact we're not enemies, can you?
We always have been, and we always will be. Your kind are the worst.
But perhaps we could collaborate to put an end to this epidemic.
Never! We do not negotiate. We do not compromise.
Why not?
There is no escape, Leech. Kill me now, for there is no way you can sway me to your ideals.
That's where you're mistaken. I'll make you one of us!
No! Kill me!
Consider this my kiss of Judas. Welcome to the world through the looking glass.
He deserved it.
Edgar,
I'm here.
Edgar.
I'm here to save you.
can you hear me?
Jonathan, is it really you?
How did they bruise up his face without breaking his glasses? That's freaking amazing.
Easy. I'm getting you out of here.
But first, sit down.
Don't try to spare me. As a physician, I know all too well when it's too late. Punctured lung, broken ribs, and internal bleeding. An accurate diagnosis, wouldn't you say?
What happened?
They wanted me to confess. Beat me black and blue.
The bastards.
Jeffrey McCullum ambushed me at the Pembroke Hospital. He was convinced you and I were responsible for the Skull epidemic.
I never imagined that self-righteous fanatic would dare to attack us in the open.
I put him in a somewhat delicate position when I made him an immortal.
You sure that was the wisest course of action?
The most intriguing part of his accusation was that you and I were the pawns of some ancient vampire.
William Marshall. They tortured me to make me confess the same nonsense.
I think you're hiding something, Edgar.
What do you mean?
William Marshall, for example. You speak of him as if you know him.
I cannot say I'm ready for another round of question. I have nothing to hide, Jonathan. Nothing at all.
Really? You sure about that?
Doris Fletcher visited her mother at the Pembroke Hospital. That's how she first got infected.
Miss Fletcher once came to visit the sick.
Doris Fletcher was Harriet Jones's daughter. They exhibited the same symptoms: blind hate and strong physical mutation.
What does this sad story have to do with us?
Doris and Harriet shared more than a hidden family bond. They were the embodiment of the epidemic and are linked to the Pembroke Hospital.
All I did was administer vampire blood to cure old Harriet.
You did what?
I tested the regenerating and healing properties of vampire blood on Harriet Jones. My only intention was to find the cure for influenza, I swear.
Whose blood did you use? William Marshall's? Mine?
Lady Ashbury's. While transfusing her with human blood, humanely appeasing her hunger, I also kept samples of her blood for my research.
You used her blood on Harriet Jones? My God, Edgar, that's unethical. You betrayed 2 of your patients at the same time.
How dare you judge me? Must I name the alarming list of your victims?
But at least I know I'm a monster.
Jonathan, you know I'm not an evil soul.
You are not going to die. Unless you want to.
What do you mean?
I can turn your broken body into one like mine.
You truly would? You would offer me this gift? This is what I've always wanted. This is what I've always searched for.
Very
Be a
well.
vampire? Awesome. Another person that appreciates my gift.
Prepare to die and be reborn. To face an eternity of guilt.
I'm ready. Oh, indeed, I am ready.
Enough!
I've sired 2 vampires.
What good fortune brings you back to me, Jonathan?
I'm afraid it's bad news, Elizabeth. The
Yeah,
worst,
Bethy.
actually.
It's your blood.
Please, speak up.
Edgar is no longer in McCullum's grasp.
Where is our good friend now? Is he well?
Of a sort, I had no choice but to make him one of us. To save him. Edgar Swansea was responsible for the Skull epidemic, Elizabeth. It was he who unleashed the deadly scourge upon London.
What? This is the most terrible accusation of all.
He confessed everything to me. He sought to cure the disease, to exploit vampire blood to stop the epidemic, but he unwittingly gave birth to a catastrophe.
What happened?
He had neither the discipline, knowledge, nor the proper facilities to conduct blood experiments.
I must say I'm shocked, Jonathan. Who would have thought it? And the poor patient. It was Harriet Jones.
That explains how Doris Fletcher was infected, and how she became an icor. Harriet Jones was the primary case, but do you know what a healthy carrier is? It was your blood Edgar used for his experiment on Harriet Jones.
What? No.
Your mouth isn't moving.
This can't be. Oh,
Elizabeth, are you all right?
save the city, Jonathan. Save what can be saved.
Elizabeth, I need answers. Why did your blood
Stay
cause
away
this?
from me. Please! I swear I never was your
Wait!
enemy.
No!
What are you doing here, traitor?
I'm not here to bicker, Lord Redgrave. I can put an end to this epidemic, but I need your assistance to do so.
All is already lost.
The epidemic could be stemmed if I destroy the original carrier. England can be saved, but only with Marshall's blood.
The blood of William Marshall? Of my maker? I cannot hand it to you.
Stop this farce. Marshall never was your maker. I have no idea how you acquired his blood, but I need it now.
I suppose I can spare you a drop.
A drop? Seriously? Come on.
If you manage to save this city, you'll prove yourself a veritable servant of the crown. Our fate lies wholly in your hands.
Consider this my kiss of Judas. Welcome to the world through the looking glass.
Good job. Good job.